What is going on, guys, and welcome back. We are here for another episode of Creating a Legacy with FC United of Manchester. This is season 5, and I am not going to say it, but this is our season. 5 seasons in, Vanarama Conference North still, but we have started to make progression. One thing that has bugged me over the summer was injuries. Quite a lot of the players haven't played many pre-season games. Linfield got injured just before the start of the season. Bell Baggy's been out for most of the pre-season. Tony Gomez, a new sign who we're getting to in the seconds, out, and Robbie McDaid is out. You will see an interesting change in tactic. It's due to a signing I've brought in and the fact I don't have any natural right wingers fit. So I brought him in. His best position is this. So I'm going to try to utilise him the best I can. Now we're going to go into the transfers. Now I've just quickly spoke about the tactic. Now, you remember I did say I was only going to look to bring in a couple of players. But I also said I wanted to add some youth to the squad. And that is what I have done. But a lot of them have to play. So these are the transfers. We've sold 10k's worth, as you'll see. Ajera's gone, Gilchrist has gone, Hugh Johnson, Seppi's master, has gone, been with us since season 1. He still doesn't have a club, so there's always a chance he can come back. Connor Little has gone, James Andrews, Kieran O'Toole and Jamie Osborne. Kieran O'Toole, if you remember, was a player who we hoped could have developed well, came through the youth, played that one game at the age of 15, but never really did anything after that. So, I am genuinely excited about some of these signings. First one, Anthony O'Sullivan. This is the guy who's playing on the right wing today. As you can see, he's more of a central midfielder, and that's why he's playing the defensive wing role. Got him on loan from Crewe. He's on a 2-year deal, still a Crewe, so this was kind of a softening him up season. Hopefully we can convince him to stay with us next year as well. The next guy was Sam Bell, brought in as a left wing. Now, you might think Simpson and Morton can play there. Indeed, they can. But Simpson, I really want to start developing into a central midfield player. And we needed some more backup on the wing. And this guy actually is quality and definitely deserves a first team slot, let alone a bench. The next guy is Tony Gomez, who I brought in as a striker. Now, stats-wise, really excited me. Released by Liverpool. He is an international, so I really was excited to get him in, and then he's going to go himself injured, which is a bit of a bitch. The next one is Ben Swift, currently in our youth, in our under-21s, and I am now sitting here live, recording this to you guys thinking, what the FC UK am I doing? So, he's injured, I've got an excuse. The reason I didn't play him, he's injured. I was just thinking there, guys, why isn't he on the right wing today? The next guy, another guy who is currently in our under-21s, is Jordan Pigott. Really good young defender, released by West Brom after a few years there. Hopefully he can develop for us. He's going to be starting in the youth, but we all know how players' forms dip and stuff, so hopefully he might end up coming up. The next guy bringing in, we spent 5.5k on him. Jimmy Nolan, 17 years old, guys, and his stats are really, really impressive. If I go on just defensive midfielder, for example, there's nothing below 7. He's only 17. He's got good strength and stamina, good tackling, positioning, determination, decisions. It's all good enough to excite me. The next player we're going to mention now is again, oh my days, check this guy out. Started his career at Liverpool. He dropped down to Harrogate, and basically this is going to sound like the worst way to scout players ever. In fact, it could be the name of the episode, the worst scouting plan ever. Basically, I went onto the season preview, and the teams who were ranked first and second, I basically tried to rate them. They were favourites for the league, so they must be doing something right. And again, the next sign, I needed a backup goalkeeper. I didn't want to spend money, and so I basically went through the league and checked whose first choice goalkeeper was on a non-contract. And this is twice now. If you remember, we brought in Lewis a couple of years ago as a backup keeper and basically took Salford's first choice keeper, and we've just done it again. So I'm sorry, Salford fans, but we are destroying you. The final signing so far is another striker. Due to these striker injuries, I had to look at bringing another one in. Got him on a free. He's on massive money. I think he's on 500 a week. But really excited. He's developing. He's 23 now, so hopefully the goals in the past aren't something to judge on. His second best position is deep line forward, which is where he's playing. He's going to be starting today, and I genuinely think he can do well for us. So fingers crossed. Tom Heedman is going to be a great signing for us. But that is our team for the season. So we've got Nizic still, we've got Green, Cox, Mills, Luto, Bender, Brady, Dunn, Kipre, Kioso, who is starting as first choice right back today, but he is touted by Halifax. Linfield, Ellison still in the squad, James Reid, Nolan, O'Sullivan, Bellbaggy, Bell, O'Toole, Howarth, Stone, Morton, Simpson, Matta, Heedman, Gomez and McDaid. So the players we're going to pick out are obviously Simpson, who is now 18, and yeah, so excited to get him playing this season. He's starting on the left wing actually today, mainly due to the fact that we've got O'Toole, who is now 30, but just a player who I genuinely think can develop into one of the best, who is one of the best players in the league, and we have behind him, growing up, one of potentially the best players in the league in Simpson. And I just remembered, O'Toole fucked it off. Brilliant dickhead. The plan was to get O'Toole to tutor Simpson from the opening game of the season, but well, that's gone tits up, hasn't it? Finances, we have over $1 million in the bank, so get in there. The reason behind that is we played loads of friendlies again. We had a Part 1 Cup, we had a Part 2 Cup league system, we had a Part 3, we had a friendly match then in there, then we had the ending warm-up, which we lost to Airbus, which was pretty disappointing, but then we pushed Barnsley well, lost some penalties. Couple of bad results there. That game against Curzashton and Atherton College was set up to give us some confidence, but didn't really go to plan. But let's get into today's game against Matlock at home. So we are starting at home. We're playing with this defensive wing. Is it going to work? I'm not too sure. What I did want to do though is I want to change him to support because he's on attack. And then this side is going to be a lot more solid. I think that's going to be a bit apparent, isn't it? But he's going to be the holding guy here. So hopefully Ellison's going to cover back. I'm excited to get the season underway. But I'm also cautious because we have such a young squad still in development. But I do think the acquisitions I've made, albeit the young, most of them, if not maybe only James Reid, who is genuinely good enough for this level now, and Heedman, when Gomez isn't fit, we're more than likely going to have quite a solid team, and most of the games the same players are going to be out. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to get into this season so much that I'm kind of forgetting the things I wanted to talk about. I did have some notes, but I've just moved room in the house. My wife decided that I couldn't keep the computer downstairs. I've been whipped into the spare bedroom basically, guys. Chaos to Reid, Chaos to O'Sullivan, Chaos into Ellison through to Heedman. Oh, what a save, keeper. What a save. O'Sullivan with the set piece. Good set piece, it's deflected out to another corner. So we started well. Who's Simpson this time? They obviously weren't happy with how he took it. Ahead's come out to Reid. Tries to boot it back in. This time spread to Simpson. That's nice. And that's another corner to FC United. O'Sullivan this time again. Oh, it's come out. Reid first time in. Heedman. Wow. I hope that took a deflection, because if that was a shot, dear me. Let's just do some stat checking. Duncan. Salmon. Let's go through these, shall we? So we've got Duncan. Where's Duncan? Salmon. Get him basically bombarded. Davis, Watson, lots of double barrels. I just see if these three so far take out. Don't be shouting too many instructions on the pitch. Encourage them just before they defend on the set piece here. Ball in, it's cleared. Heedman, come on. Oh. Right, ball back across. It's well cleared though. Fair play to the team there. O2. I just want to have a bit of a... How's it looking? How's it looking? Do you know, that's actually looking quite nice. It's looking quite nice. Some really nice shape there. And we are 1-0 up. We've gone back on. And Tom Herdman, I genuinely no idea. He's got the goal. Sorry about that, guys. Simpson with the set piece. Oh, that was unlucky. That was unlucky, but we have started well. O2. I'm going to take off O2. Simpson for Bell. Simpson's going to move into that advanced playmaker role. So O2's not played in pre-season due to injury. So I think getting the first half out of him, he's kind of put us in a good position. Reed to Dunn. What I do like the fact is all of our back four was here last season and our keeper. That is some of that vital. Oh, I actually forgot to mention, do apologise. George Brady is the captain this season. I needed a new captain. My captain left. Oh, that was close. And he was the most suited for the role. And I thought in the centre back position, I thought he'll do a good job. So I'm comfortable with that decision. Right, we're coming up to the hour. Have we restricted these guys much? Yeah. Gonna bring on Mills at right back, just to see if now as they tiring, can we utilise the long throws, basically. I think that'd be a nice idea to see if we can get a second with a long throw into the box. White, ball in. Nizic controls that, no problem there for Nizic, who I'm delighted to have here for another season. Mills, that's in O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan into Simpson. What a ball. Heedman. I think with confidence he'd have buried that. But I'm now going to bring on Morton in the... Going to bring him in the advanced playmaker role. It's not his best position, but... I think he'll do well, and it's all about his development at the minute. Literally all I'm trying to do is constantly develop Morton, especially as he's a youth product. Brady, and that is 2-0 to FC United Manchester. You will notice we've got the same kits, same rule as last time. Each kit lasts for 2 seasons, so exactly how it's done with FC United Manchester. Ball over to Heedman, unlucky. But it is looking like we're going to get the victory here. I do want to have a look a bit because we haven't controlled the games as much as we did last season. Is it just because it's first game of the season? I'm not too sure. So it's something to look into, just see why haven't we controlled it as much as we could have. But we've got the victory, which is the main thing. Swarby, that's into Gordon. Back to Alexander Salmon. To Courts. Nice ball over the top, and that's gone out though. So this is looking like it's going to be a victory. Great start to the season. See Morecambe got winning 4-0, it must be maybe 4-0, or definitely by 4 clear goals. Mills with the long throw. This is why I brought him on, to drop the ball and go off for the full-time whistle. So that's it there. Full time now. Let's just see when we're going to come back, guys, and join us for the next episode. I'm thinking, I'm thinking Ashton United at home gives us 5 games off camera, so that'll put us 7 games into the season. A really nice point. We can say exactly how the season is starting. Hopefully we can get the start we normally do, but then push on this season, just see what we can do. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.